FlossTube, how are you? My name is Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs, and this is FlossTube number 124. If I seem a little out of sorts or out of breath, it's because I just got done chasing this motherfucker through the neighborhood. Excuse the language, but he deserves it. I am so overdue to film a FlossTube. It's been forever because life has just been crazy. And I was putting stuff aside to film FlossTube today. And Finley got into it and started chewing things. So I put him outside. We have a fenced in backyard. And for like 5 seconds while I just got some things settled. Went to bring Boris in and Finley in, and Boris comes in, Finley does not. So I immediately get a rattly thing of treats, go running looking for him, screaming his name, doesn't come. So I go to the busiest intersection near our street because that's the worst case scenario. I didn't see him. I start walking back to the house, and further down the other direction of our street, I see this little bunny rabbit just bolt around a neighbor's yard. So that's him. And he won't come to me, and he gets close and runs away, and gets close and runs away. And so then finally, I lure him with a treat and grab him and have to carry his ass back home, all the way from the bus stop. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but from the bus stop like a bad kid. So I am annoyed with him and out of breath. So bear with me. As I said before, it's been quite a while since I filmed a FlossTube. I have some notes over here, so if you see me looking, that's probably, want to make sure I'm not forgetting something. The last FlossTube I filmed was just showing you new releases, so I'm actually going to have all the usual suspects this time. Finishes, whips, haul, Stitchy kindness, all that good stuff. Let's see. Life has been crazy, as I mentioned before. We brought our oldest child, Walker. We dropped him off at college a couple weeks ago. I really expected to be more sad or crying and all that typical jazz, but I didn't feel that way at all, surprisingly. Like when we dropped him off at college, I felt excited for him and really proud of the young man that he's become, and excited about the experiences he's gonna have. And so he's going to college about 2 hours away from us in Newark, New Jersey, at NJIT. It's kind of like MIT, but in New Jersey, and it focuses on science, engineering, and technology and business, and he's going to be studying finance technology. So, but he's also on the swim team, well, the dive portion of the swim team, and so he's got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for practices, and boy, is reality hitting him on that one. So I'm excited for him. So that's what's been keeping me so busy, just have, you know, fresh kids starting off at school. Ed is in 8th grade. We've had Needlework Marketplace. I've got, you know, all kinds of fun things going on, and that's why I have been negligent in my FlossTubes. But hi, Boris. Boris the bad is no, I've said this before, he is such a good boy now. The only naughty thing he does is potty in the house here and there, but compared to what he used to be, I would gladly take that. He's become a fine young gentleman. Anyway, let's get down to business. I have like a couple important information I want to share you about some fun things that are coming up, and then I will dive into my whips and Stitchy kindness and finishes and all that good stuff. The first one is I have designed a, yes, I'm head to toe Liberty gear because yesterday was their last season day, and last home game of the regular season. Oh, I could talk. We still have the playoffs to go through. Anyway, as I was saying, before I so rudely interrupted myself. I have designed a chart for a spooky Halloween advent box. I have paired up with my friend Jen of Floss and Flame in Dover, Delaware, and she has put together a really fun Halloween advent box. The link to order it went live a couple days ago. I know a lot have sold, but I think she still has a few left. So if you are interested, I will put the information and the link in the drop down box below. But if you like Halloween, I would not sleep on this one. I know what's in it. It's super cool. You get everything needed to complete a project with a chart designed by me, amazing fabric, NPI silks, finishing materials, and a bunch of other really cool spooky stuff. So don't snooze on that if you're a Halloween lover. It looks really cool. And let's see. The other business item that I wanted to get people some info on is Stitchfest Emporium. Now this is the one where I'm going to need my notes. Stitchfest Emporium is new for a new thing for Stitchers this year. It's taking place October 10th through 12th at the Embassy Suites in Troy, Michigan. Have you ever seen all the pictures and videos of Market with all the suites set up for the designers and makers, and thought, oh my goodness, I wish I could go to that and shop. It looks like so much fun. Well, then this is the event for you. Bobby of Stitching Bits and Bobs has created a really fun event where they're taking over an Embassy Suites, just like at Nashville, but it's in Troy, Michigan. And there's going to be over 20 designers, fabric dyers, makers, all kinds of fun stuff. And there will be classes you can sign up for, a round robin thing. There will be a stitching room. And let's see, it's October 10th through 12th. There will be classes from a bunch of different people. I'm teaching one. There will be, let's see, Kathy Barrick, Liz Matthews, The Mindful Needle, Rogue Stitching, Romy Creations. That's just the Stitch Crypt, Rosewood Manor. I mean, tons of people were going to be there. So you have to buy tickets to go. It is, you can do a one-day pass, you could do a whole weekend and make an event of it. So if you want to get more information, I will put it on the drop down box below, but I think it's stitchfestevents.com, but I'll put the info down below. So I don't know, again, how many tickets are available for the event, but it looks like a lot of fun. I will be there, and I'm actually teaching a class on making finishing pins, and I'm bringing material that you could choose and make your own pins. But speaking of finishing pins, excuse me while I reach, I also put kits up for how to make kits to make the finishing pins for Yikes. The way I did this, a lot of people really liked it and wanted help sourcing the materials to make it, to finish it like this. So on my website, I think it's under new arrivals, I've put together, now they're not finished, it's just a kit. So it's the pins, the beads, and you'd provide your glue and your patience. But it's enough to do like 26 pins, and that only takes like 24, 25. So it's a few to experiment on, and that's on my website. And if you are looking for it and it's sold out, that's just because it takes so long for me to sit and count and bag them all up. I keep adding more as it goes. So if you are looking for them and it says sold out, just look again. Let's see. Check for Stitchfest events. Check for Jen's Halloween box. Those are super cool things. Boris, the lap is occupied. Okay, let me move my notes. Okay, the other bit of news, like business news, and then we'll get to fun stuff, is my quarterly club shipped out a while ago. If you are just found me, I do a quarterly club that includes a new needle minder that I designed and then some other mystery stitchy items included. And I usually show them to you all bundled up, but today is crazy, so I'm just gonna show you the ingredients that came in the box. I don't know if ingredients is the right word. The items, I don't know. So you open a little tissue paper bundle, and at first is this a little swizzle stick thingy of honey. And then there is a skein of Classic Colorworks Queen Bee, a pack of 10 stickers, bee related, and this is the needle minder you got. It says the bee's knees. Can you see his little knees? So this was the item for the needle minder club. If you would like to join the club, I can get you in for next time. Just shoot me an email, and I send invoices out via PayPal quarterly. So that was a quarterly club. Now we can get to the fun stitching stuff. Bear with me 1 minute. I put my whips out of reach. Okay, I'm back. I have a lot of whips to show you because this is, I just grabbed it, my pile, because this is what I've been working on since the last time I've shared what I've been working on. Honestly, I used to stitch every day or almost every day, and I'd feel like I was going crazy. But lately it's just when I have the time, the brain power, and which that is always a little iffy, and just the desire to do it. So we did go away this summer for a week at the Jersey Shores for a family vacation, and I did get a lot of stitching done then. So a lot of this is from that, but this is an ongoing whip that I've been working on from the Prairie Schooler called Double Double. And I got pretty far on this one. This is on 20 count Aida with 1 strand of floss. I've been using Anchor Black, and this is super fun. I'm trying to stitch all of these in the series, and so let's see. I finished this witch, I brought this down, I did underneath the cauldron. Again, Prairie Schooler is my comfort stitching, so I very much enjoy this. So that was the first whip that I worked on. Let's see. The next one, this is an old whip too that I worked on. My friend Susie keeps telling me, you gotta finish that. So Scylla Witches by Teresa Kogut. I worked on this, and it's still in the hoop. But I shouldn't leave this in the hoop because it's gonna make marks. Let me take it off of this. Oh, I wish I remembered that. Okay, so let me show you what I got done. I'm all the way down. This is the bottom of the chart. So I went all the way down, and I'm working my way over. Let's see, what did I work on? I think I did this cat, October 31st. The witch was started, but I finished her. And I did this cat and this stuff over here. And this is a picture this plus, no, not picture this plus, what am I saying? Bestitch Me fabric. Let's see, what is it called? 16 count pumpkin pie by Bestitch Me. The black floss is Witching Hour by Gentle Arts, and the green is a silk I got from Bestitch Me in a Halloween box one time. So I'm making good progress. I'm getting there. I think it looks good. I'm glad I reached in here and saw I left it on the hoop. Let's see, bear with me one second. My next whip is almost a finish, but not quite. Bones by Stacy Nash. Let me show you what I did with this guy. This was typical Colleen. While I was at the beach, I finished the cat body. I believe I did the cat in ampersand by Cottage Garden Threads. And I don't remember. Oh yeah, I could tell you why I don't remember. And then I started stitching the mask that goes on, and that's as far as I got because I ran out of fabric. Not fabric, floss. For the life of me, the floss that in the bag didn't have a little tag. I had no idea what the floss was. But I just recently solved the mystery because I found the little tag from the manufacturer of the floss by the side of my bed when I was cleaning one time. I know, shocker, cleaning. And it's Tomatillo by Classic Colorworks. So now that I know that, I can finish him, his little mask, and send him to Jan, my friend, to finish as a stand-up for me. So I'm in the home stretch, but that was almost a finish, but not quite because Colleen is a hot mess. Let's see, my last whip is another one that if I just stuck with it, I could have it finished. But it's All Hallows Eve by Little Robin, or Hallows Eve Greetings, I guess I should say. Let me show you. Look at how close I am. Oh, sorry to annoy you, Finley. So this is the owl down here, and then it just says like boo and eek, and then this border continues on. I'm almost there. And again, I think this was ampersand also by Cottage Garden Threads. I just like that variegation on the black. So and this is 20 count Aztec by Under the Sea fabric. It's the same fabric I used for Yikes. So obviously I am quite smitten with this fabric. So that's my last whip. I do have a fully finished object, and then I have some Stitchy Kindness and some haul. So my fully finished object, are you ready for the cuteness? Do you know who it is? Doot, 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 ribbit. It's Lily from Stacy Nash series. Isn't she adorable? I always make a few changes. She has, in the chart, she has these like circular rosy cheeks, and I just didn't like those, so I just did her whole thing frog color. I did my own floss conversion, color conversion. If you need to know what this is, let me know and I'll dig through my stuff. But I believe it was all Cottage Garden floss, or she was, and the dress was something else. I don't know. But Jan, my friend, finished this for me. She does them all as little stand-ups, and I have a little cluster of them in my office, and they make me very happy. So there's Lily. I think she looks adorable. Okay, now, hold on. I need a sip of liquid refreshment. Oh, that damn dog had me running through the neighborhood like an idiot. Okay, I'll do Stitchy Kindness first and haul, because I don't have much haul. I really only have 3 things. Well, I have 4, but I can't find one of them. My friend Teresa of Needle Bling Designs sent me these. Well, she actually sent me 2 sets because the one got lost in the mail. Let me take them out of this little package. She said, hey, these look like your dogs to me. Would you like these? They're meant to go on the top of like knitting or crochet needles. I can't get this out of the package. Hold on. But she's like, you could use them on for scissors, you know, so you don't poke yourself. And they're little, oops, they're little pugs. Aren't they adorable? So thank you, Teresa. They're super cute. And Victoria sent me this book all the way back in May for my birthday, and this is how bad I am. Self-care cross stitch, and it's a bunch of kind of funny, some of them are sweet, some of them are kind of snarky cross stitch designs. I've stitched some other things by this designer, and it's just super fun. So thank you, Victoria, for thinking of me. I'm just a hot mess. And then the last piece of Stitchy kindness that I pulled, oh no, I'm wrong. Another piece of Stitchy kindness that I pulled out was my friend Jen of Floss and Flame. Look at this skull bowl. She bought this for me, of all places, Cracker Barrel. Her and her husband were going somewhere and they stopped at Cracker Barrel and they saw this and they're like, oh, you need that for your Halloween smalls. She bought one for herself and one for me. And it's pretty epic and it's like bumpy and everything, like skulls and bones in a bowl. I definitely need this for Halloween small. So thank you, Jen. That was very sweet and I love it. And then my other Stitchy kindness is I met a super cool lady that I've become friends with at a retreat in Michigan that I went to in the spring. Finley, can you stop, please? Please. He's gonna pounce on Boris. Boris is laying here. Her name is Bonnie. She's from Alaska. I will put her Instagram information below, but she makes the most gorgeous bags. And our table, you know, all of us knew somebody at the table at the retreat. Not everybody knew everyone personally. So it was the first time I met her, but she's been friends with my friend Susie for like 20 years. And she makes the most beautiful bags, and she sent some bags for me. So this is embroidered. She did make a lot of them, or her format before used to be, well, she still does it with the vinyl on the inside, and she knows I prefer it without that. And get these echinacea purple cone flowers. She hand sews the binding. They're just beautifully made, super pretty. This is embroidered on there. So Bonnie sent me some really beautiful, I love this lime green. It's kind of rainbow. And they do, because I wanted to check, fit an 11 by 11 Q snap quite easily. And then my friend Susie, for my birthday, had her make a bag for me. And the back is animals with clothes on, which if you've been here for a while, you know is a weakness for me. And then she had her embroider my initials on here. And so my last name is hyphenated once I got married, and so it's Cmatthewsfrey. And I don't know, I never really thought about it much, but one year when I went to StitchCon, my name tag said Colleen MF. And so of course I'm like, oh, Colleen motherfucker. So she had her embroider it Colleen, instead of using my middle name, Colleen MF. So I am Colleen motherfucker now. So I think that's everything. Thank you, Bonnie. Those bags are gorgeous. And oh, haul. I can tell it's been a while. So this is what set it all off with Finley. You see he chewed this chart? Yeah, isn't he sweet? So I was bringing some things to Jen at Floss and Flame for the Advent box. And I saw this chart and I was like, that color scheme like has completely captivated me. I need another chart or a new start, like a hole in the head, but I couldn't get this out of my mind. So I bought it. It's by the Artsy Housewife. I haven't stitched any of her work or her designs before. A Study in Nature. And I know she's got a lot of these mothy butterfly kind of things. And this one I couldn't resist the color. So as I was buying it, Jen said, oh, I started this too. And I got the silk conversion because this calls for dinky dyes and I don't have any dinky dyes and I have nothing against dinky dyes. It's just, I'd have to go I don't know. It just, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get it. I don't have any dinky dyes to pull from. And she's like, oh, I got the floss pack from Vicki Clayton. Silk did a conversion. So I was like, ooh. So I ordered it. It came yesterday. I haven't used her silks either, so that will be fun. Vicki Clayton takes a lot of popular charts and does conversions for her silks to them. So now I just need to find a fabric. I really do like this red color, and there's some spots in the moth's wing where it's got an open space in the negative space so that, you know, you can really see it. I gotta look for a good fabric for that. And then I did buy, back in June, Mo's Silk, who has a Facebook page online. Her silk is wonderful and it's really affordable. She had like a rainbow, like you could buy a hank of rainbow silk where it's dyed like rainbow colors. And I bought one, I can't find it, somewhere in my office. But I did buy that. And then the other thing I bought at Jen's store at Foss and Flame, this otter Mill Hill kit. I hadn't seen this before. My family has a thing about otters. We adore otters. They're just so cute and playful. And I've mentioned it before, but we bought a tiny little cottage that we're fixing up on the bay in Delaware. And when we got it, we kind of looked up to see if otters ever come to Delaware, like they're native. And it's rare, but they could be in Delaware. And so my son's away at college, and Nicole, my wife, gave herself a black eye. She teases and says I did it, but honestly, the car door was open, she dropped something, went down to pick it up and hit her corner of her face on the edge of the car door, and it gave her a black eye. And she told Walker when he came home, look mommy, oh, how did you get a black eye? And she said, there was an otter at the in Delaware on the bay, and I tried to pet it, and I got in a fight with an otter. And he was so excited that there were otters at our house. And then we had to tell her she was lying. So I figured I could make this little otter, and we could put it in the house in Delaware, and then we actually do have otters in the house. Okay, this is a long video for me. Those of you who have stuck through it, more power to you. Check the drop-down box for the information for Stitchfest Emporium and for Jen's spooky advent box. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And today was kind of felt like hoodie season, so I was excited to put a hoodie on. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this little boy gets a grip on himself. Thank you. Bye.